Wouldn't life be easier if you just had more money? Wouldn't all of your problems go away? Or would they? In this episode of Financial Freedom Friday, I'm going to teach you a simple mental shift that will have you feeling more abundant no matter what the number in your bank account says. And this simple mental switch is going to help you make more money, get out of debt, and also expand your savings as well. And I promise you, what I'm about to teach you is not what you think. I'm Kate Northrup, author of this book, Money, a Love Story, that's coming out in September. And what I want you to know is that money doesn't actually exist. Money is just this system that we created bazillions of years ago to exchange value for value. So I go into the store and I say, I want those earrings, how much do they cost? And the lady says they're however much they are. And I trade the value that I have earned already, the money that I have already earned, for how much I value those earrings. If you're in a store and you're looking at a pair of earrings and somebody says these earrings are $500, if these earrings had been $500, for example, I would have said no thank you, because I don't value these earrings in accordance with the price tag of $500. So money is just a stand-in for what we value. If you want to make more money, what you need is to offer more value. But here's the primary problem. Most of us who want to make more money haven't gotten down to the root of what value is really about. If you don't value yourself first, you're not actually able to give your full throttle value out into the world to other people. So most people go through their lives not feeling that great about themselves, feeling about this big. How can you expect to command great value in the marketplace, either for your salary, for the rates in your business, or for your products and services, if you don't think that much of yourself? I want to tell you a really quick story to teach you what I'm talking about here. A couple years ago, I was in a whole mountain of debt. It was a lot. It was so much that when I first told my mom about it, she looked at me and she was like, "Man, Kate, that's a lot." I was on an airplane and I was journaling. And one of the things that's cool about being on an airplane, I actually learned this from a NASA astronaut, is that there's something about the ions in the air up there that make your brain, your mind, more open to new and creative thoughts. So just a little side tip, next time you're going on an airplane ride, bring a pen and paper so you can download and write down all that brilliant stuff that's coming in from all the ions. So I'm writing in my journal up there, and I was writing about, oh man, I know I gotta pay all this off this debt, but why am I not doing it? And why time and time again, after seminar, after different book, after different program, why am I not taking the actions that I know I need to take to make this happen? As I'm writing, it comes to me. My lack of financial awareness is a direct relationship to my lack of self-value. I realized that by keeping myself in debt, by not paying attention to my money, and just by frivolously spending all over the place, I was keeping myself small. So what I realized in that moment is that if I wanted to get it together financially, which I really wanted to get it together financially, first I had to learn how to value myself and learn how to take care of myself. I began to associate financial well-being and financial consciousness with self-care, and that changed everything for me. Prior to this point, I really had no problem with self-care. I had no problem taking a bubble bath, getting a pedicure, going to lunch with a girlfriend, whatever it was. But I did have a problem paying attention to my money. So when I associated self-care with financial well-being, everything changed. It was amazing. Pretty soon after that, I was able to pay off all of my debt and increase my income by about 2 times, and also increase my savings. It was pretty awesome, but none of the financial actions I had taken up until that point made a difference until I had first wired in valuing myself as the core of my financial well-being. So what does this mean for you? How the heck do you value yourself more? That's a little esoteric. I've got an exercise for you if you're willing to take me up on it. What I want you to do is get a journal. In that journal, every night, write down 3 ways that you value yourself or 3 ways that you contributed value to the world that day. Examples could be that you were an awesome cuddler with your 2-year-old. They could be you gave a great pitch at work. They could be that you value your amazingly beautiful feet. I don't know what it's going to be for you, but it could be something specific that you value or a way that you contributed value to the world. What this does is it builds a muscle. It's like working out for your self-value. And every day you do that, you will begin to notice during your daily life ways that you're awesome and ways that you add awesomeness to the world and to other people around you. I can tell you from experience that when I started valuing myself more, I got out of business relationships that were no longer good for me. I started putting myself out in the world in a bigger way, and as a result, I was adding more value and I started making a heck of a lot more money. If I had to trace my journey towards financial freedom back to one important moment, it was that moment on the airplane, realizing that I had to value myself in order to make more value in the world and give more value in the world. The other practice that's really helpful is having a safe group of friends where you can celebrate what's great about you and what's great about life. We have this culture that really focuses on like, rah, 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 this is awful, and here's how much my life sucks, and blah, 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 blah. And it's really about what's bad as opposed to what's great. So I want to challenge you to create a safe community of people where you can celebrate what's great about yourselves and about your lives together so you can continue to build that muscle of I'm valuable, you're valuable, let's add value to the world all together. So here's a recap. Money doesn't exist. We just made it up as a stand-in for what we value. And if you don't value yourself, you're not going to get it together with your money. But the great news is when you do value yourself, you are going to get it together with your money. And that's absolutely possible for you. And it's more than likely if you take the steps of doing a value journal and getting together with friends to celebrate what's awesome. Remember, it's not actually money that you're after, it's value. And when the world of money and the economy seems out of control, one thing you always have control over is how you feel about yourself. If you want to go even deeper, you can go over to katenorthrup.com/quiz to take my free Money Love quiz to learn about what your relationship with money says about you. You'll even get customized action steps to move you forward towards abundance based on your results. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I will see you next time on Financial Freedom Friday.